shit. Hey, good morning, Chris here. I am going to be replacing this little fan up here on the DC disconnect box. Shouldn't take that long. And I like doing maintenance when it is in the morning time. And I don't have any power coming in, especially up here, where I'm going to be working. I'm going to leave everything energized here and do this fan replacement right up here while stuff is energized. And there's really not that much power. In fact, I got less than 50 watts coming in on the solar PV panels over here. So this really shouldn't take that long to do. But hopefully you can hear me a little bit better, because I know someone was saying that the audio kind of sucked last time with this. Good morning. Throw me some comments. I'm going to be replacing that fan right up here this morning. I got a spare fan right here. I'm going to throw this in. It won't take that long. But let me know how the audio is coming through. Yep, 2 people clicked off. Great. Good morning, Jim. Sorry, I had to get my computer fired up here. All right. See if I can do this relatively quickly. Can you see me now? What I do is I glued this thing in with a little bit of shoe glue. So I'm just taking a utility knife and easing it off here. Maybe. I'm going to try plan B. This off right here. That way you guys can hear me. There we go. There we are. What was happening, this thing is, I run this thing 24/7, so it was making a lot of sounds. So let's plug in the new one. See how that one sounds. And what I did is on this outlet up here, it's one of those, let me get off this step ladder here. Let's plug this in and see how this one sounds. Yeah, I think that's going to work out pretty good. I like that. Okay. This has worked beautifully all summer, and it's just I have a fan down here that sucks, it goes this way, and the only thing that gets a little bit warm in here are the 60 amp. I think they're 60 amp. These are 100 amp breakers here for the classics. So, and then airflow comes up here, and then I suck it out the top and just blows out up there. Just a little bit of airflow in there, and it works. So I'm just going to put this right here. I'm just going to kind of route it up here a little bit. Do this while it's running. Gonna have to pause here. I just found something out. I should have known this. I gotta reverse this grill. Yeah. So while we're doing that, I can answer a few of your questions. So I'm gonna go over to my, or I could just put, no I can't, I gotta use one grill. I'm gonna go over to the computer here. Hey, top of the morning to you, Yankee. Can you hear me okay? I got the garage door closed and the fans off so we can, so you can hear me a little bit better. So let's point the camera to where I'm working and you can see me on the computer. Right down here. There, how does that look? Is that more gooder? Is that more gooder, guys? Good old Chris got that good old gooder stuff going on there. Yeah. So how's everybody doing? So I'll tell you a little story. Over my cup of coffee this morning, watching the CBS This Morning television show, national news, and they're talking about, you know, what's going on in Las Vegas and using, you know, the terminology. I don't know where they get this terminology on some of the stuff that these guys are talking about on the news and what the gunman used. I mean, I counted three different things that just about. I don't know how these guys get their money. First thing, it's not a clip. It's a frickin' magazine that goes into the rifle. I was like, what? Of course, they use the term assault rifle. It's a semi-automatic rifle. And the first thing that came to my mind was here in Oklahoma, we had, in 1995, we had the bombing in Oklahoma City. 168 people died, right? And the guy used fertilizer in a truck. Improvised type thing. So I guess that would be considered assault fertilizer. You have a guy in Paris or Barcelona, Spain, takes a truck, goes into a crowd. I mean, would you call that an assault truck? I mean, so much fake news out there. All right, let's see what everybody's saying here. Here you find Roy or Yankee. Sold his Magnum Energy 4,000 watt, 48 volt inverter, 16 amp. PFC charger, 20 kilowatts of PV. Do you have 60 amp or 20 kilowatts in PV now? Holy crap. Oh, I see. To the guy. Oh, so the guy who's going to be using that to charge his Tesla in his car. That's cool. Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, attempted fertilization. I love that. That's funny. For anybody who thinks I'm heartless, And especially goes out to, you know, any cop or us veterans or combat veterans. Nobody hates war and mass tragedy than we do, who have actually seen it. And now, you know, a lot of folks in Vegas have seen it firsthand and what it's like. I think we're the ones that are, you know, the hate it the worst. You know, hate seeing stuff like this, and it just, my prayers and thoughts go out to everybody. It's crazy. So, but I try to stay away from religion and politics on my YouTube channel. I'll put this back up in here. Let's get the camera back up here. You can do some work. Get some work done. Have a plan, Stan. Have a plan. Well, I'm glad 4 people are watching. This is great stuff. You know, I do these videos, and I know someone was talking in the last video about there is no such thing as a bad video. Because if I do something stupid, wrong, bad, and I throw up a video, it may show someone how not to do something. Still helps them. And I'll get my, you know, 4 to 5 pennies worth of ad revenue on it. Freaking love YouTube. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying it's, you know, if I want to talk religion and politics and all kinds of drama stuff on YouTube, I could probably do a lot better financially. But that's just, I'm just not going to go unless I could touch that. Another thing too, if I really, really wanted to make a lot of money on YouTube, go grab one of my cute neighbors, you know, and have her do this job. Instead of seeing my fat old ass up here replacing fans and stuff. Yeah, it's working pretty good. I'm going to use a little bit less silicone on this time. I may not even use any silicone. Just sitting there is pretty good. There we go, just like that. No, it's still not quite. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. What do you think? You guys like that? It's sucking, but it's not sitting down flat. I think I'm going to have to do is put a little dab of glue right here, a little RTV or something. I like shoe goo. Shoe goo works really good. And then put something to hold that down for about an hour or so while that thing sets up, because that shoe goo stuff sets up fast. So, what do you think? I think it'll be fine. And one thing I didn't check yesterday was the torque on the grounds here. So let's get the Fat Man torquey wrench out there, or the fat wrench, and check that real quick if I can find it. Here it is. And yes, I looked up the torque specs in the owner's manual for the Classics, and I had it correct. So don't argue with me on that one. Here, click. That's 45 inch pounds. Torque on here. And it says on here for the small screws 20 to 30 inch pounds max. But I'm using thicker cable, so you want to go a little higher on that. And then the main one. This is my ground bus for everything. There we go, all done. Pretty easy. Cool, cool. Yeah. Cat just jumped up on the truck. Okay, so I won't bore you with gluing this down. Just want to do a quick little morning video. Oh, here, hang on a sec, Dale. I want to show you something here. With hang on, let's grab the fat wrench. This is the Fat Wrench by Wheeler, and I've got it set for, it says 50. I thought I had I'll have to reset this for 45. Pretty easy to do. Right. Oh, there. Okay, now it's set for 45 inch-pounds. Get these on Amazon for, I think, less than $50. These are more for gunsmithing and precision scope mounting and all that. But excellent for solar use when you have torque-specific stuff on your equipment. But check out Amazon, type in the Fat Wrench Wheeler. And in my last live video, I put a product link in there. But it comes with, this is something I had else here, but it comes with a whole bunch of attachments or inserts here. That looks like we got some Torx, some round, I don't know what those are, flats, but it doesn't have, if I remember correctly, it didn't have a lot of Phillips head. I don't think it had any Phillips head on here, but that's no big. This is a common head on here, so you know, whatever you got will work just fine here. But I love this. This is a precision instrument, so this will last you a long time. And I like the little case that comes in here. So very happy with this tool. Very happy. Very useful. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. So I'm not going to make this a terribly long live video. In fact, I'm going to shut this thing down here. But I just wanted to do a quick little morning chat. And a little R&R on this fan up here. It sounds great to me right now. I got it. It's working now, and it sounds absolutely wonderful because it was chattery. Here's the old one here. I don't know if you can see that. There's the shoe goo that I used on here. And I did that to protect the little red and black wires too. I may do that on this one too. But definitely don't want to just toss this away. These things are really, really cheap. I mean, we're talking like maybe $5 or $6. But I definitely want to save this grill here. Question Dale is asking me to ask you, does the Outback inverter do grid tie also, or is it just the inverter? This is an off-grid inverter down here. This is the VFX 3524 3,500 watt inverter. The new ones, this is an older model. The new ones are multi-purpose. They also have grid tie in there too. But this is a single phase 120 volt out inverter, pure sine wave, with gargantuan amounts of headroom for a 3,500 watt inverter. I've had up here, I've seen over 5,000 watts. This thing was kicking. So, you know, for surge, for short periods of time, it's a beast. So, more free advertising, Outback Power. You like that? Not that I'm complaining or bitching like a little schoolgirl. I'm just small potatoes to their big company. But when you're talking thousands of views, if I was a boss, I'd be looking at it and sending Christmas cards out. Yeah, hybrid system is the way to go. I've seen some really kick-ass ones with battery backup, and so. Yankee asked, do I run my washer on solar as well? Yes, I do. Absolutely. I wash my frickin' dirty shorts on solar, baby. Baby! This is kind of fun. I'm going to go grab a Coke here out of my solar freezer. And we're going to have... No, I'm going to go a Fanta. Get a Fanta. All right. I already had coffee, so now I'm going to do a Fanta. And no, I'm not gay. So, but I just love the taste of old school Fanta, Mexican Fanta. So we'll do a little Q&A here. So send me some questions. Throw me some questions while you got me drinking a Fanta. About anything. I want to hear your questions. Let's get this world figured out. I'm getting tired of all the bullshit out there. Three people watching. We can do better. Dale says I have too many questions. Yeah, there's a lot of questions, brother, and there's also not a lot of answers. There's no really good answer out there. But what I've learned is always ask questions. The power bills have been a little bit higher, Yankee. It's because I've been a little bit less conservative this year with my energy usage. As you get older, you tend to not like to suffer as much inside, and it's been hot and muggy. Mm-hmm. So I've been running the central air a little bit more, so my electric bill was right around $90 this last one. But for the next, so overall this summer I've been probably about 40 to 45% offset with solar. It hasn't been, last year was more than 50. But for the next 6 months I'll be closer to 85, 90% off grid. Totally off grid. I'm just not using power. Just okay, I'm in the middle of closing on buying a new home, so I'm setting up more permanent system. Cool. Yep, I would love to be in that boat too. I'd love to move, get some more land, for more solar panels. Motorhome is asking when the Reliance box is in line mode. Does one breaker in your main box run all the 6 circuits in the Reliance box? In line mode. Line mode would mean grid. I can go there and show you. What it is, the way this Reliance controls, I'll just point the camera over here and show you. The way this thing works is like all the switches are in solar mode right now. All these switches right up here are up. So that's essentially waiting for the power to go, inverting, go off grid power. So if everything is in solar mode up here, which it is, the inverter is in control of sending power over there. But right now I'm not inverting. So AC in, there's 2 lines, there's 2 AC lines that go in here. One AC in here takes power from here, so line goes in here, but if it's not inverting, it just passes the power back through into there. Are you following me? So right now I'm buying power, even though it's in solar position. Now, once sun comes up and I'm inverting, the battery voltage comes up and I'm inverting. This will switch to inverter mode. Okay. Turn off. It'll actually go clunk inside here. So it kills the AC in. It takes power from the batteries and powers the 6-circuit transfer panel. Now it's dedicated solar. And those 6 circuits feed into the 6 essential circuits that the electrician wired up on the main service panel. In my other videos, you saw what circuits I'm going to get. 6 circuits. Oh, he's only running 6 circuits. Yeah, that's a lot of circuits and a lot of freaking outlets. And it makes a huge dent in electric bill. And awesome for emergency standby power. Really, really like these. Yeah, Dale, go over to, God, what is his channel? It'll pop to me here. Here, I'll just look it up here. I want you to go over to a channel. This is your It's your homework assignment. This guy's system is just unbelievable in Florida. Hang on. I'm looking it up for you. David Armstrong. Yeah. Yep, Yankee. Yep, you're right on, brother. David Armstrong. Remember that, remember that, remember that. David's system is just A plus with what he's doing there with Reliance Control transfer panels. He, awesome, awesome, awesome guy, awesome channel, awesome setup, high end stuff, but money well spent. And that's the thing. It's like, oh yeah, you got $20,000 invested in your system, and it's like, yeah, how much did your Harley cost, or how much did that camper cost, how much did your sailboat cost, or fishing boat, or your gun collection? To each his own. And none of those hobbies are bad, by the way. I love all the above. So, oh yeah, Chris DIYer, yeah, he's Mr. Moneybags. Yeah, right. Retired E7 on disability is Moneybags. Yeah. Now, if I was a colonel, that'd be a different story. I'm doing all right. Comparative, it's just like anything else in the world. Somebody always has more stuff. Somebody always has less stuff. And as long as you're cool to each other, even if Joe off grid, whomever, has $1 million, $2 million, is a professional and installer, and all this stuff, it's all attitude. If he's a cool guy, he's a cool guy, And it's the same guy with the 12-volt DIY system, that is on welfare or working 4 jobs. You're gonna give that guy the same amount of respect too. At least they're doing something. Dale says, I have a bad car audio hobby, 47 years old, still must shake the block. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, what better hobby? I got to tell you a little bit of something that happened last night. True story. So, the state of Oklahoma has a serious budget issue, and they're looking to roll back taxes on big oil and gas to 5 years ago levels, to increase revenue. So you increase taxes, you get more revenue, helps pay for teachers and roads and, keep the state viable. But of course the Republican Party doesn't want that to happen. And then they're saying, well, we'll just tax cigarettes. And of course the Supreme Court said that was unconstitutional, so they can't do that. So, to increase funds in the state and to get things viable, I just had it. So I wrote a letter to the local news station here and said, hey, here's an idea. Renewable energy. You say renewable energy in Oklahoma, and you talk about deer in the headlights. Most people, it's a big oil and gas state is what I'm getting at. And you see renewable energy, and they think that's a direct threat or something. So I posed a question and saying there's room for both in the state, using, taking initiative to become an economic powerhouse to have it all. There's room for renewable energy industry, responsible industry development, and big oil and gas at the same time. And you can tax renewable energy appropriately, to keep the state viable, and pay your teachers and all this. And I wrote that last night, and this morning I woke up and this channel actually responded back to me. So I'm going to save that for a later video. It was pretty cool to see that. Pretty cool to see that this morning. It's like, finally someone's listening. Alright guys, I'm going to shut this live feed down. I want you guys to have a good day, and thanks for watching. And we will see you guys on the next video, and have a good day. See you.